Dear students, welcome back to computer science class. In the last class we discussed the character functions with the examples. So today we will discuss the programs on string handling function. So first of all, we know that string is nothing but it is a collection of characters enclosed within the double quotes, or it is the one dimensional array of characters. If you want to declare the string, means it must be a character type and it is enclosed with a subscript a of 10. Char a of 10 means maximum you can enter the 10 character names. Okay, we already discussed the functions of string handling, that is strlen, that is the string length, strcmp, that is string comparison, string concatenation, string upr, that is string uppercase, string lwr, that is string lowercase, and string reverse. Okay, so now we have to write the program for the string handling function. First one is program to find the number of characters in a given string. It can be possible with the help of string handling function as well as without string handling function also it is possible to write the program. See here, char a, C out, enter the string. A, you can use cin of a, or you can use cin dot get line in the bracket of a comma 10. Next is the result must be in terms of integer, that's why I can write int of n. If I give the input value as a C++, means its number of characters the present in the given string is 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's why n is equal to, you can apply strlen in the bracket of a. Here strlen is used to count the number of characters in a given string. It is stored in n, C out of n. It's complete the program. The program is to count the number of characters in a string. So I enter the string, I can enter C++. Suppose if I enter computer, if I enter computer as an input, means the result is 8 characters. The number of characters present in the given string, it can be identified with the help of strlen. So this program is with the help of string handling function, and you can include include string.h, string.h. Okay, suppose without using the string handling function also it is possible to write the program. See here, up to this much as it is. So I can declare I, for I is equal to 0, I is a of I is not equal to null character, I plus plus. Initially I can take length is equal to 0, so just L plus plus. C out L. See here, so this is the different one. Input is computer, I is equal to 0, a of 0, C is not equal to null character. Again the condition is true, because C is not equal to null character, condition is true, means L plus plus L become 1. Initially L value is 0, next I plus plus I become 1. A of 1, O is not equal to null character, true, L plus plus. This process will repeat up to R when the I value become 8. A of 8, because 0 to 7 positions are present, but 8th position is nothing but the null character. Always the string can be end with the null character. See here, zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always the last character must be null character in a string. So So the null character is used to terminate the string. So that's why when the I value become 8, a of 8 is null character is not equal to null character, condition become false. False means it will print C out of L means it will print the 8. Okay, so this program is without using the string handling function. We have to find out the length of the string. Second example, write a C++ program to concatenate or to join the two strings without using the string handling function. Suppose if you are using the string handling function means you can declare the two strings. Concatenation means joining of two strings. Second string is joined at the end of the string 1. With or without space? Next question. So obviously it depends on the second string. Second string must be started with the position 0 means obviously it is joined immediate to the first string. Suppose in the second string the first character is a space means after joining there is a space in between the two strings. And one more thing is always the resultant must be the string 1, because we have to write like this: strcat in the bracket of string str1 comma str2, string 1 string 2. Concatenation, joining, string 2 is joined at the end of the string 1. It means that the resultant string is string 1. But without using this function, again it is possible to write the program. So first step is you can read the two strings. Here I can take int a of 10 comma b of 10, cin of a b, int of I comma j comma I comma j. See here, for I is equal to 0, I is a of I is not equal to null character, I plus plus. See here, in the for loop I have to put semicolon. It means that it will continuously execute up to the condition become false. Finally I become, if it is computer, the I become 8. Otherwise if you get confusion in this means, so better you can write L plus plus. L is equal to 0. Here A value is computer and B value is program. The result should be the computer program. Here A is a different and B is different. Now you have to combine with the help of program. Then it will give the result as computer program. If you want to join means first we can find out the last position of the first string. Here first string is A. So once it will be executed, L value become 8 because the number of characters in computer is 8. So after find outing the L value, next again we have to write for j is equal to L, j is not equal to null character, j plus plus, comma I plus plus. See here difference. As usually we have to write only one increment or decrement, but here I have to write 2. Again it is also possible because here L value is 8. L is equal to 8. Even once the condition is false means obviously I value is also 8 only. because A of 8 is null character is not equal to null character, false. See here, J is equal to L, J of 8 is not present. J of 8 is not present. It means that null character is not equal to null character. Again the condition becomes false, because if you want to consider the second, means again it must be start with the 0. Directly if I take J is equal to 0, J is equal to L, means directly it will identify the last character. But already we have to find out the last position of the first string. So next is we have to consider the second string first character. That's why J is equal to 0. B of J is not equal to 0. B of 0 is P is not equal to 0. Again condition is true. A of I is equal to B of J. I value is 8, J value is 0, B of 0 is P. It is stored in A of 8. 8 is not present, it will create, and P is stored. Next, J plus plus, J become 1, I become 9. Because the positions are not present in the A, it will create the position and it will store the character by character. Finally, when the B value become false, obviously all the characters are joined at the end of the string 1. Finally, we have to print Cout A. So this is without using the string handling function, we can join the two strings. Okay. So this is also important. Next is convert the uppercase to lowercase or lowercase to uppercase without using the string handling function. So one thing we have to remember is, if you are using the string handling function means, so within 2 to 3 steps. So after reading the elements, it will take 2 to 3 steps, it will complete the program. Directly you can write the particular function and finally you have to print the value. But if you are using without using means, you can write the for loops compulsory, because the string is a array of character, single dimensional array of character. Whatever we have to enter, all the character must be present in a particular array. So one by one we can access the characters. That's why we have to use the for loop. So now we have to write the program for conversion from lowercase to the uppercase. Whatever we have to give the input, it must be in the lowercase. It is converted to uppercase. Okay, see here. Only one input is required. For I is equal to 0, I is less than or equal, A of I is not equal to null character I plus plus. If first we can check if it is in lowercase or not. That's why if A of I is greater than or equal to small a, and A of I is less than or equal to small z. Small z. Because if it is lowercase, it can be converted into the uppercase. For example, if I write small x, capital Y, small z, lowercase to uppercase. So here x and z are in the lowercase, only x and z are converted to the uppercase, because y is already converted. the result is x capital Y capital Z, and y is not converted to lowercase, because if you are writing the program for lowercase to uppercase means only lowercase letters are converted to the uppercase. So that's why we have to write the condition here. A of I is greater than or equal to A, and A of I is less than or equal to small z. Next is, if it is true, A of I is equal to A of I minus 32. So why we have to write the 32 is, the ASCII value of capital A is 65 and ASCII value of small a is 97. The difference of these two is 32. In the same way, capital B to small b, capital C to small c, and the remaining alphabets, the difference is 32. Here we have to convert lowercase to uppercase, means lowercase values are high and uppercase values are low. That's why minus 32. See here, I can give the input value as small x capital Y small z. I equal to 0, A of 0 is x is not equal to null character, condition is true. X is greater than or equal to small a, obviously x is less than or equal to small z, condition is true. True means A of I small x minus 32. Here it will count the ASCII value of the small x, and after computing this it is stored in A of I only. Next, I plus plus I become 1. A of 1 capital Y, condition become false as it is. Again small z, condition is true, again small z minus 32. A value is 97, small z is 122. It means x, small x is 120. 120 minus 32 means minus 32 is 88. 88. A of I is equal to 88 means capital X is stored in A of I. In the same way, capital small z is converted to capital Z is stored in A of I. Finally, we have to print C out A of I, not required A of I, simply you have to write C out A of A. Okay, so this is the program for converting lowercase to the uppercase. Suppose if you want to convert uppercase to the lowercase means here you have to change. Here you can take capital A and here you can take capital Z, and here just you have to mention plus symbol, remaining as it is. Okay, so these programs are very, very important for the lab as well as the final exam. So in the final examination, so they have to ask, explain string handling function. That is one possibility. Another one is without using string handling function, so we have to write some programs. They will ask either it may be the length of the characters, or you can convert it to lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase, or you can join the two strings. Okay. So in the library function, so mathematical functions already covered, and character functions, string functions. Okay, but if you want to use any type of functions, please remember the header file, because if you are writing the program but this program not require string.h, if you want to apply the library function, remember the header file. If you are using mathematical means hash include math.h, if you are using string means string.h, if you are using character means ctype.h. Okay, in the next class we will discuss some more programs. Okay, thank you.